Hey guys, welcome to my channel, My XJW Life. So today I want to talk about the ironic reason I wasn't baptized the first time. Now some of you guys may not even realize this, but I was never a baptized Jehovah's Witness. I tried to get baptized twice and it didn't work either time. All right. But the point of this story is to show that the consequences are the same regardless. So the first time I tried to get baptized, I was about 13 years old. I started going over the questions with one of the elders in the congregation, and he had been coming and picking me up, taking me out in field service. I was working with him. He would ask me questions. We would get together sometimes, because at that time, I guess they're still doing it, they were having Bible studies in people's homes. So we used to have the Bible study in our home, and sometimes he would come over, we would go over the questions, and then I might go to the Kingdom Hall and go over the questions with him as well. Well, one day my mom came in and she talked to me and she said, "Look, you're not gonna be able to go over the questions anymore. You can't get baptized." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Well, because your father thinks you're too young to make this type of decision, so you're not going to get baptized." Now, I have to be honest and say to my father, for that decision, slow clap for that. Much respect to him for making that decision, because he was absolutely right. At 13, I was too young to make that decision. I didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't realize the longevity of that contract that I would have been signing at that time, right? So I applaud him and respect him for making that decision. It was the right one, and I'm glad he made it. Now, here's where the irony comes in. During that time, of course, he was an unbelieving mate. I was in the organization, and my mom was a baptized Jehovah's Witness. Fast forward a few years later. Now, he said, I didn't realize the consequences. Here's the irony. I did not realize, or was not old enough to realize, all the consequences of my decision to get baptized at 13. Okay. Now here is how deep the brainwashing of the organization is, or the reprogramming, I'll say, of the organization is. Years later, my father becomes a baptized Jehovah's Witness, and he shuns me. Ironically, he became the embodiment of the consequences that he wanted to save me from when I was a child. You see that? He wanted to save me because I was unaware of the consequences of my actions at 13. And then 23 years later, he becomes the consequences, or he became the embodiment of consequences for me. So I think it's very telling what we're dealing with, because this is the same person. This is the same person that didn't want me to suffer consequences at 13, but caused me to suffer consequences later in life. So I think it's really, really weird, one, that even though I'm not baptized and never was, I am still suffering the consequences by the person who saved me originally, one, and two, by all the people who were in the organization, because they look at it like, you may not be baptized, but you have knowledge of the information. So we're going to treat you the same as if you were baptized. So I think it's really important to realize that no matter what you do, regardless of the fact that you're an actual baptized Jehovah's Witness or not, you still suffer the consequences the same. And that is one part of the thing that hurts me the most about the fact that my parents, in particular my father, shuns me, because he was the one who saved me at one point. He literally saved me from the organization, then became part of the organization and treated me in the manner in which he was saving me from when I was a child. So that was my first experience with trying to become a baptized Jehovah's Witness. Who knows, maybe the universe was saving me, or trying to save me from a fate. But at the same time, it didn't matter, because even though I wasn't baptized, I still suffered a fate as if I was. So that was my first experience trying to get baptized. And I remember I was really upset. I was really, really hurt. And when my mother explained to me, I didn't understand. When my father explained it to me, I was still upset, but I understood. See, at that time, my father I really, really looked up to him. He was one of those dads, and I was one of those children where we would go to school and all the boys would get together and talk about who had the baddest dad. And I was like, my dad would beat all y'all dad stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was easier for me to understand why he made that decision when he explained it to me, because back then he would always sit, he would talk to me about things, and he explained things in a way that I could understand them. And actually, it's something that I try to do when I talk to my daughter. When we have conversations, I always try to sit and really listen to her and explain where my side comes from in a way that she'll understand it. And to go forward in time and have this person that I remember how he used to talk to me, and now have this same person be someone that doesn't talk to me at all. You know, in the interim, we would still get together. Even as an adult, he would come and talk to me about his issues, and I would give him advice. So to go from looking up to this person to someone who no longer would speak to me, it's very hurtful. So it's something that I've had to get past, and I think I have to an extent. It still bothers me from time to time, but that's another story. This story, I would like you guys to also share in the comment section if you have had some issues with either trying to get baptized or people, not letting you get baptized in the organization. Whatever your story about baptism is, share it with us down in the comments. This is part 1, because this happened to me on 2 different occasions for 2 different reasons. Okay. One when I was 13, one when I was 18. So leave your stories in the comments. Thank you guys so much for your support. There's going to be another shirt coming. It's the apostate shirt, which is probably one of my favorite ones that I've designed. I really like this one. So I'm going to start a whole apostate line within my line of clothes. So again, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I want to do a live stream here real soon, a real call-in live stream show, so we can sit and talk about this topic that I saw. So I'll put that out on the page. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. All right. Peace.